It's the Mr. Ugly show starring Mr. Ugly and the Human.
Hi, folks, and welcome to the Mr. Ugly Show. I am your host, Mr. Ugly. I and my friend the Human want to show you some toys.
Hi, folks.
We recently received a new toy from our friends at Hasbro Pulse. Yeah, it's another Transformer, but not a character we've really featured yet.
Alright, that's enough of that nonsense.
Yeah, we definitely can't keep that up for an entire episode.
So this is Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Megatron. He might not look much like Megatron depending on which cartoons you watched as a kid.
Transformers Armada was an animated series co-produced in the US and Japan that ran from 2002 through 2003. Among other notable trivia, this show was a complete reboot of Transformers, taking place in a completely different universe than the previous shows. Along with its two sequel series, Energon and Cybertron, they form what is known as the Unicron trilogy.
Anyway, this time the war on Cybertron starts over a race of small Transformers called Minicons. These bite-sized bots can attach to larger Transformers to power boost them and unlock hidden weapons and abilities. In a mad quest for ultimate power, Megatron wants to control all the little minions, while the Autobots partner with like-minded Minicons to help fight for their freedom and the freedom of the Minicons from the threat of eternal Decepticon servitude.
This release of Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Megatron, that's a long name, coincides with the 20th anniversary of the animated series. And while this toy resembles the original early aughts toy, all of the original gimmicks are gone.
Yeah, I never had the original toy because I didn't get back into collecting Transformers until the Energon toys came out. But the original Armada Megatron, as well as most other Armada toys, had all kinds of spring-loaded bits that flipped out if you pegged on a Minicon. Missile launchers, turrets, ramps, all kinds of stuff, both silly and awesome. This version of Armada Megatron has none of that, though you can peg on a Micromaster or two if you feel the need.
This Megatron retains the signature antlers and chunky menace of the animated character and the original toy, but with modern engineering and articulation. The antlers are actually completely removable on this guy, whereas they were able to open and close on the original toy. This version of Megs doesn't have an arm-mounted fusion cannon, but he can point his back-mounted cannon at you from his armpit. So there's that.
Also, effects parts from other Transformers toys fit in that cannon too. He also retains an odd feature from the original toy where the tank turret from his backside can be slid around to the front like some kind of lethal baby Bjorn for his full blast mode, air quotes. The original toy had a combination mode with Armada Tidal Wave, sold separately, so maybe we'll get a Legacy Evolution Tidal Wave in the near future that can combine with this guy.
The original toy also had lights and sounds, and some activated by Minicon attachment. This version has none of that. There's also an option to attach the tip of the cannon in place of his hand, if you want. At least he still transforms with a mean-looking Cybertronian tank. Yep, that's a tank all right. A big old murder tank. Not much going on in tank mode though, huh? The original toy had all kinds of little gimmicks for use with the Minicons. All this version retains is the flip-up gun emplacement on top of the turret, though it's designed for full blast mode and can't really point forward in tank mode.
Megs does retain the bug-like pincers in front of the tank, but without the springy grabby action of the original toy. The turret rotates and the cannon moves up and down, but other than that, he's just an imposing hunk of tank. I certainly wouldn't want to be the semi-tractor trailer going up against this thing.
Not right. So what do you think? As an aficionado of transforming tanks, is this a worthy addition to your collection?
Well, I didn't watch the Armada cartoon, and I only bought a few of the toys back when they first came out. The character designs were a little much for this G1 boy. That being said, there is something oddly appealing about a giant-ass Megatron with friggin' bug antlers and a huge-ass cannon that swings around from his ass end to blast the living hell out of everything in his path. The few episodes of the cartoon we did watch in preparation for this video pretty much confirmed that it's not for me. But Megatron definitely has an air of menace that I think was missing from the G1 show. Plus, more transforming tanks are never a bad thing. Yeah, I mostly agree with you. I actually like the more modern anime style of the show, and Megatron has never seemed so gargantuan and threatening as he does in Armada. That being said, I'm not super thrilled about the No Frills Legacy version of this toy, except that I do like the modern engineering and articulation. The character translates well, and the face sculpt too. Very grumpy cat, you know? Plus, if Hasbro does do a combination with Tidal Wave in the future, I'm here for that. I love me a good combiner. Well, folks, that's it for our look at Legacy Armada Universe Megatron. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give us a like. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. Doesn't cost you nothing, helps us out, and we're actually closing in on that 100 subscriber milestone. Yeah, I know that's probably not a big deal to anybody else, but kind of a big deal to us and our silly little show. We're cooking up a special episode to celebrate 100 subscribers, so stay tuned. Until then, be good people. We appreciate your eyeballs. Mwah!